How do you attach a document to an email in Microsoft Outlook from NetDocuments? First, we're going to create a new email in Microsoft Outlook. When the new message is created, unlike World Docs where you would click the attach file, the normal paperclip icon to attach files, with NetDocuments that is no longer the case. This attach file will only attach files that are local on the computer. To attach something directly from NetDocuments, you're going to go over to the right, and there's a special section for NetDocuments, and you'll click Attach. When you do this, it's going to open up a special window or dialog box for NetDocuments. This is very similar to the window that you've used for saving or opening things via Microsoft Word and Microsoft Outlook before when you're browsing for documents. Here you'll be able to use any of your locations that you have over here to browse for and use recent or favorited locations, as well as using the Go to Workspace button at the top, which will allow you to go to a specific client and matter that you want to go to and select a file. Now that we have a couple documents attached, let me show you some extra options you have after you attach documents from NetDocuments. In the same little area, you'll now see that there is an Edit button that's highlighted. Clicking on this will allow you to do a couple things. One, you can drag and drop these attachments to be in a different order if you want them to be. You can also click on the names of them and change them. There's also a checkbox next to them. Checking one of these will convert one of them to a PDF. I'm going to go ahead and say OK. That's going to rename my files. It's going to change the order and convert one of them to a PDF. Now that it's finished that process, you'll see the two documents have been renamed, reordered, and changed accordingly. This does not change the original documents in NetDocuments. It's only for this specific email. Next, just as a reminder, you can always use the ndMail pane right that you have up here to select where this email is going to be saved when you send it. If the one-click location is present, you can choose one of them by just clicking in the box one time. If the location is not present, you can go over to the right-hand side to browse for a location where you want to save the email once you click Send. At this point, we would address it and click Send, and it would send the document with the email and save a copy of the email into NetDocuments. I'm going to close this, and just as a review of a couple other things that we rehearsed in Microsoft Outlook. One, if you have an email with an attachment, you can very easily right-click on that email on the attachment. When you right-click on the attachment, you have the option to save that attachment to NetDocuments. Obviously, just like World Docs, if this document was already existing in the document management system and you tried to save it, it would ask you to save it as a new version. That would be the default option. However, if it's brand new and it does not exist in the document management system, it will prompt you to save it as a new document. If you want to save the email, you recall that you can drop down the ndMail section, and you can use the one-click options just like we did for saving an outgoing email. You can use also for an internal email here, where I can select this email, put a check mark next to the one-click location where I want to save it, and then I would click File right over here to save that. Obviously, again, if the location where I wanted to save it was not present, I would use the Browse for location before clicking File. Once something has been saved in the NetDocuments, typically you'll get a notification that that has happened, but also you have a green check mark that will appear in the list of your emails that will indicate that the email has been saved into NetDocuments. This will be the case also if anyone else was carbon copied on the email. They will instantly see that little green check mark as well, indicating that someone, either them or someone else, saved that email into NetDocuments to help prevent duplication. Last but not least, if you have a folder that has email in it and you want to save email in that folder and any that you drag and drop into it into NetDocuments, it's a very simple right mouse click on top of the folder, drop down to Map Folder to NetDocuments. This will ask you what NetDocuments location, client and matter that you want to save it to. You would then expand it out and choose where you want to save it. whether what client or matter you want to use. If it's not listed, you would choose Go to Workspace to choose the client matter, and then select the document type that you want that to be related to. If it's an email folder, email to client, email to witness, or etc., whatever is in that folder, you would choose the appropriate document type and then select that to save it there. Once you've made a choice and you click OK, you'll get a confirmation window telling you what is being mapped and where, and that it's going to copy pre-existing emails in the folder automatically over to NetDocuments as well. And that's all there is to it. It'll start chipping away at this in the background automatically with nothing else that you need to do at this point. You'll see that there is a little ND next to the name of the folder indicating that it's being linked to NetDocuments. And this happens regardless of whether or not Microsoft Outlook is turned on or not. So if you were to copy something or move something into that folder, even from your mobile phone or from the web interface for Microsoft Outlook, it would still capture that and get it into NetDocuments. If you need to unlink anything, it's a very simple right mouse click, and we'll go down to the bottom to edit, remove ND folder mapping, and we would choose unlink to unlink that and no longer copy anything over to NetDocuments for that folder. That's how you use NetDocuments with Microsoft Outlook and the ndMail utility.